this video is about that X-Files shit is real. And I will be showing you a video that a young man was watching a video of an alchemist. He called him a home alchemy. It don't matter what it is, still alchemy. And the man is taking a chicken egg and then injecting that egg with semen and then creating his own monster. And this is not government funded. That's why I said this is like that X-Files shit, because on the real, it's a lot going on this planet that you have no clue what's going on. Okay? So with that being said, I'm gonna let you see this video, and then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna talk to you more about what's going on. So again, this is someone that is home doing his own alchemy experience. Why? I don't know. The video the reason why I'm showing you is to wake you up. It's all just wake up stuff. Like, wake up. Motherfuckers is creating monsters at home. Not alone at Dulce or at Area 51. You know, they're everywhere. So just arm yourself, activate your pineal gland, get right, align your chakras, get right. It's time for war. You know, mankind need the monsters. We don't. Okay? We got our own. All we gotta do is call on them. Our monster can turn, our melanin can turn into a monster and protect us. You have no clue the powers that you behold. Pyramid builders, wake up. Okay, but anyways, to this video, I hope you learned something from it. We'll come back. Peace to the planet. Love you.
Today we're going to be talking about something completely different. For the last 9 months or so, I've been following the saga of the homunculus. These creatures are created by a home alchemist who basically does DNA testing in his basement. He creates these creatures by making a small opening in the egg and injecting sperm into it. He then seals it for about 40 days, and when he opens it, he gets a little creature that comes from the DNA splice. Today we will talk about this and what it means socially, scientifically, and how it relates to some of the subjects that we normally talk about. So, we'll start at the beginning. About 9 months or so ago, I was researching home alchemy, and in the course of that, I found some video from a guy who was a home alchemist and who had been having some results from his alchemy. Now, if you've ever investigated alchemy or tried it yourself, you'll know that finding any proof or results is a pretty hard thing to do. There are many people who claim that they have done this or that, but proof is fleeting at best. I have never seen a well-documented video for anything related to alchemy, so you can imagine my joy at not only finding proof in the well-documented video of the end result, but also the entire process laid bare on video for us. Although he and I were trying to do very different things with alchemy that were pretty much at the opposite ends of the spectrum, at least I know that someone out there is getting some results. As it turns out, he was doing basic genetic alchemy, splicing the human gene with that of a chicken. So he wasn't exactly turning lead into gold, but it was still darn interesting nonetheless. So I watched as he created some of these things. Many folks said he would not be able to do it, and the first couple were stillborn, and he just tossed them out. But by the third time, he had one that was alive and moving. The third one was short-lived though, because it spit some kind of fluid out at him, which he called poison, and then he smashed it on the table.
Блять! Ну, теперь он точно мертв. Я его так сильно раздавил, что боюсь. Уже невозможно понять. Органы и тому подобное. Ну,
Just smashed the jelly on the table. Although many people said he would have never been able to keep it alive anyway, that didn't stop him. Fast forward 40 days, this time he has one and he doesn't kill it, but he puts it in a glass jar and starts trying to feed it. Eventually, he figures out how to feed it with a protein mix that it absorbs through its skin. Over time, it evolves into a much larger creature that has a mouth and sucks food in as he drops it in the jar. He studies the homunculus and finds that he gets a small reading of electrical activity from it. He then decides to make another one. The second one has a totally different body, more like that of a blobby starfish than the first upright plant-like monster that we see in the first video. He would need names to distinguish them apart, so he named the first one, the taller one, Pikachu, and the second one, Slowpoke, since it's basically a blob and moves like a starfish. Unlike Pikachu, the taller one with a mouth and tongue, Slowpoke has no opening, so it absorbs all of its food through the skin as Pikachu did until its mouth formed and opened. Slowpoke never did develop a mouth, but after a few months he did grow an eye. Now you can see as the eye follows the alchemist as he's talking, and then as he moves his hand near the jar, it actually moves and follows his hand. I was totally amazed when I saw this. An eye is a highly advanced feature that is very far removed from the blob-like starfish shape that we see in the bottom of the jar here. So this is a real breakthrough. The alchemist then decides to put both of the animals in an aquarium together to study their social behavior, and things really start to get interesting. As I watched, I would often wonder what the social impact was of what he was doing. Was it morally or ethically wrong to create these creatures? While scientifically, we cannot study the unknown without crossing some lines. But can we say the same thing socially? I also wondered at the feedback he got and how it was so very much like that we find in our own forums here. People trying so hard to debunk every little thing that we say and making very silly and base arguments that expose the fact that they have no idea what they are talking about, yet they say it like it is scientific law. He too was confounded by this. He simply asks, "Where are your experiments? What did you find when you tried it?" And of course, the answer is silence, because none of them have tried any of it. They just shout out catchphrases and buzzwords because that is all that they have. He comes to an interesting conclusion: that they are engaging in self-deception in order to keep their worldview of the outside world intact. They're going against everything that has been shown to them. They're denying what is in front of their very eyes to stay in their little sheltered bubble. Each time one of these creatures grows or displays a new behavior, it proves the naysayers wrong. The creatures are not alike and do not behave in any traditional manner that is known to him nor to me. Their behavior sometimes proves the alchemist wrong on his assumptions as well. And that just goes to show that we are all learning things as we go, and at least some of us are open-minded enough to see and recognize these things for what they are. We are very lucky to be so inquisitive and open-minded. Many people believe that if it's not taught in school, it couldn't possibly be real. And if it's not on television, it couldn't possibly exist. This is the same crowd that believes every single thing that they see on television. They won't.
Peace to the planet. Okay, now that you have been exposed to the video, I am just doing a follow-up just to let you know that mankind is on that bullshit. Nobody gave them the right to start creating. No one. They are not the pyramid builders. They are not children of the sun. They have no jurisdiction at all in trying to create life. And therefore, they are breaking universal laws. That shit is gonna come back and bite their ass. Know what you're doing. Alchemy is our birthright. We have access to alchemy, not mankind. Get that straight. And it's our fault because mankind is here because we were doing alchemy in laboratories on the island. splicing our DNA with animals, such as the rhesus monkey and canines and all other type of animals. I have information on, you can reach out to me on cosmiclabs.org on alchemy. If you want to learn alchemy, we can do that. There's nothing. The power of the mind is off the chain. So, with that being said, I really believe that I hope this video opens some eyes, let y'all know that if amateur could do this in their basement, then imagine what the government is doing. Everybody's like, oh, there's a clone, and you're like, oh man, that's just whistleblowers, or that's just conspiracy theorists. No, fam. You probably got a clone and don't even know it. What do you think these hospitals do with your DNA, your blood and all that? They just throw it in the garbage when they don't need it no more? Man, it might be somebody in Europe committing murders right now. Overseas, committing murders right now. Look exactly like you. Or in a uniform, wearing a soldier's outfit, killing innocent people in the desert. We do have a lot of soldiers, and I do want to say, I don't know if that's all civilians, all mass population, because you got to remember, shit, they was pulling people in. They did a draft, like, we need people. And all of a sudden, everybody down to kill innocent people? I don't think so. Shit, my father served in Vietnam. He retired in the military, but the military police had to come get his ass. He wasn't going. The MP had to get him. And that's how he got into the military. But he ended up retiring through there. But with that being said, I just want you to know that keep your eyes on the skies, have a high frequency, meditate, remember your dreams, always keep a glass of water next to your bed, always sip some good alkaline water before you go to sleep and when you wake up. It's almost like throwing in a battery pack in this body. When you wake up and throw in some good alkaline, rev this body up, you dig? You good. Alright, open up the pineal, see what time it is. I love y'all. Peace to the planet. It's Dr. Costini Hashiel. Take care.